Hello everyone, welcome to another video on computer graphics series, and in this video we will be starting the next third unit, that is 3D transformations. In the last lecture we have finished the second unit with viewing pipeline and text clipping algorithms. So in second unit we saw 2D transformations, we saw 2D viewing and some clipping algorithms like line clipping, polygon clipping and text clipping algorithms. In third unit, as we have already seen in the previous video, we'll be seeing 3D transformations, 3D viewing, Bezier and B-spline curves, and also parallel and perspective viewing, which is a very important concept in 3D viewing. So before we go to those things, let us finish the simple one, 3D transformations. As I've already told you, 3D transformation is very similar to 2D transformation. The only difference in 3D and 2D transformation is the addition of one more coordinate axis, which is the z-axis. So in 3D transformation also we have 5 basic transformations, which is translation, rotation, scaling, reflection and shearing. So first let us see the translation of 3D. Now consider this x, y and z axis and a point in space. Okay, why I am saying in space is in 3-dimensional geometry a point will be in space, but in 2-dimensional geometry a point will be on the plane. So either it will be in xy axis or yz axis or zx axis. So consider a point in space with coordinate x old, y old and z old. So we already saw the translation is moving this point from one place to another. So let the moved coordinate be x new, y new, z new. We know that translation is addition of a translation vector to the original old vector. We'll get the new vector. So that is what is given here. X new equals to x old plus translation of x. Y new equals to y old plus translation of y. Z new equals to z old plus translation of z, and this is converted into matrix, and this is the matrix form of what translation we are doing in 3D geometry, 3D transformation. Next is rotation. So in 2D rotation we saw rotation in only with respect to the plane, but in 3D we have 3 axes of rotation, namely the x-axis rotation, y-axis rotation and z-axis rotation. So we'll not delve deeply into rotation like what we did in 2D. So with 2D concept we can understand very easily that there is an extra coordinate, that's all, and this is the matrix of x-axis rotation and this is the matrix of y-axis rotation, this is the matrix of z-axis rotation. It will be better if you remember all the 3 matrices, so that it will be easier for you to plot and solve the problems, if any. The next transformation is scaling transformation. We already saw that in 2D, scaling is actually enlarging the size or decreasing the size or shape of the object. So in 3D, in 2D we saw x new and y new was there, sx, yx was there, x old, y old was there. But in 3D we have z, another axis, and sx, sy, sz are the scaling factor. So there is one point I forgot to tell in 2D, that which I will explain it in 3D. See, if sx equal to sy equal to sz, okay, so that time we call it as a uniform scaling. So that is all the 3 will be increased in a uniform manner. Okay, all the 3 sides will be increased in a uniform manner. But if sx and sy are not same and sx and sz is not same, that is, if suppose x is not equal to sy, not equal to sz, then it is known as ununiform scaling. That time the shape of the object might change. Sometimes it might get distorted also. So that is scaling. Then the next transformation is reflection. In this also we have in 2D transformation we saw reflection with respect to a line, isn't it? With respect to x-axis, with respect to y-axis, with respect to origin we saw, with respect to line y equals to x we saw, with respect to a line y equals to minus x also we saw. So in 3D we have reflection with respect to a plane. So the whole xy will be considered as one plane. If you take in that concept, only z value will become minus 1. So x will remain the same, y will remain the same, z will become minus 1. The same will apply for y z reflection and x z reflection. In y z reflection, only x value will become minus 1, and in x z reflection, y value will become minus 1. So it is very easy to remember. So which plane you are taking and which coordinate is not there in that plane. Suppose in y z, x coordinate is not there, so that will become minus 1. In x z, y coordinate is not there, so that will become minus 1. So this is the reflection matrix of the 3D. Finally, we will go to shearing. So as I've already told you what is shearing, I have explained what is shearing properly in 2D transformation. I hope you go and revisit the lecture so that you better understand shearing, because in 3D, in 2D, we have done shearing with respect to only one axis, either it is x or y. In this, we have three axes, x, y and z. So there will be two coordinates. There will be two shearing factors for each axis. In 2D geometry, for each axis, we had only one shearing factor. So for x axis, it will be shx will be multiplied with y old. Okay, in x axis shearing. But in 3D, if we see properly, we have two shearing factors. So it is very necessary that we understand 2D shearing properly before we understand 3D shearing. So 3D shearing also, 3D shearing as will have with respect to three axes. So either it is with respect to x axis, where shY and shz will be present. With respect to y axis, where shx and shz will be present. With respect to z axis, it will be shx and shy will be present. If you multiply this matrix, you will get the equation form. So this is all with respect to 3D transformation. So in the next lecture, we will be seeing about 3D viewing. Thank you.